Hello and good evening. It's your Pisces MC Trevor Quincy. Happy October. It's October 2nd, 2023. And right now what's going on in the sky, major focus is going to be on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business, contract, marriage, and union is also going to have an influence on this too. Now we do have a lot of energy and drive here, a lot of motivation towards these themes that I've just listed with Mars and Libra. Just watch out for impulsive and spontaneous energy here too, because Mars can sometimes do now and then think later, which could affect relationships, partnerships, especially business dealings. Be sure to watch out for signing any contracts during this time or rushing through any business dealings, because that can lead to challenges, stagnation. It can also lead to setbacks as well if not careful, okay? Moving on, we do have Pluto in Capricorn. It is retrograde right now. With Pluto in Capricorn, it asks us to revisit and reevaluate any lessons pertaining to transformation, death and rebirth, our healing journey. Also career status, legacy, and life's work, since it is in Capricorn here. Now, here in the United States, we are actually going to go through the second round of our Pluto return pretty soon, actually, because right now the Pluto is at 27 degrees 54 arc minutes, and in the United States birth chart, it's actually at 27 degrees 33 arc minutes. So it is a high possibility for us to see the second wave of the Pluto return. What can we expect? You can see people in positions of authority, business leaders, or just world leaders in general, celebrities even, kind of go through this massive transformation to say if they're not in the progression of humanity for the sake of the collective or other people, you will see people getting exposing for their truth. See, Pluto wants you to live in your most vulnerable state, but not vulnerable as in like toxic or anything like that. Vulnerable as in your most authentic state, but embracing both your light and your shadow attributes. And with Pluto being in Capricorn here, it's also asking you to reevaluate any karmic lessons that you may have learned, those harsh lessons in life that tend to drag on per se. Pluto wants you to reevaluate those lessons and see how you can heal or what needs to be let go in order for you to step into your power here, okay? Now, we do have Saturn retrograde in the sign of Pisces. We also have Neptune retrograde in the sign of Pisces as well. Pay attention to your dreams, any visions that you're having during this time as well. Now is a great time to pay attention towards that, because this can actually help you to make your dreams a tangible reality. Saturn's goal here is to make your dreams, any visions that you're having, a tangible reality by getting you to bring organization, structure, and consistency to whatever action that you're taking to make that happen for you, okay? Neptune here can also put a false illusionment over who's the right people that are for you during this time. This may be a great lesson to learn for that not everybody is meant for you. Saturn and Pisces can bring a lot of fake soulmate energy in, or energies that you may think that everything is okay, but Saturn is here to show you the reality of that. So set up energetic boundaries during this time. If you're having dreams or visions about certain people and it may not have that positive energy behind it, definitely spend some time distancing yourself, if in the case that you can, of course. But also, Saturn is opposing Venus here. So there can definitely be some karmic lessons manifesting in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Yes, I will be doing readings in just a second, just waiting for more people to come in. I'm also doing the current transit energy right now too. Let's see what else is going on here. We also have Chiron in the North Node energy in Aries here. Fated events moving towards self-identity, independence, taking action towards our life's direction, as well as giving back to ourselves through self-nourishment. With Chiron here, there could be wounds around being ourselves, taking action towards our life's direction, or perhaps becoming too impulsive here. Make sure that we're thinking before doing, since Mars is expressing itself through Libra. It's what we talked about when we first started the current transit forecast here. With Mars and Libra, Libra tends to think before it does, instead of taking impulsive action and then learning along the way. So since the North Node and Chiron are expressing itself through this Mars and Libra, now is a great time to establish balance within that axis. Instead of just doing for self, see where you can implement other people, or see where other people can potentially help you out, which means that you have to open yourself to receiving too, okay? Moving on, we do have Jupiter, the moon, and we also have Uranus in Taurus currently right now. Now, we have a couple more degrees. It is possible for us to see that the moon will ingress into Gemini in the late hours of tonight. Right now, I'm in the central time zone of the United States. So for the rest of the people, or for people that are in Europe or Asia, you guys actually may see this tomorrow. But with Jupiter retrograde, Jupiter can give blessings during its retrogradation period, depending on what you did with when Jupiter wasn't direct, you definitely want to pay attention to where Taurus may be in your personal natal chart. But Jupiter really is asking us to reevaluate any opportunities that we may have had to establish our worth and value, give back to ourselves, establish the balance between giving and receiving, as well as giving back through self-replenishment, okay? Just be careful not to spend more than what is coming in during this time with Uranus retrograde in Taurus here. Now, this can affect you in many different ways. It may affect your friendships, it may affect your personal finances, but with Uranus in Taurus, it usually could affect your worth and value, or perhaps give you a great awakening to show you where you may be on your journey, or perhaps, as I said before, making sure that you're not spending more than what can is coming in, because that can definitely affect financial stability moving forward if not careful with Uranus energy here. With the moon here, emotions are well stable here. Just be sure that you are finding emotional fulfillment through giving back to yourself, or finding that balance of giving and receiving, of course, too. With Venus in Leo, it's now time to become confident to express your authentic selves in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, as well as your own personal worth and value too. What is it that you want in a relationship? What is it that you want just for the sake of having fun? Do you consider yourself to be worthy? Are you overvaluing or undervaluing yourselves in a specific area of life? Wherever that may be for you, Venus is asking you to look over those things during its shadow period here. It is at a retrograde period, but it is still in a shadow period, so you still could incorporate certain lessons from that the retrograde period that we had a couple of weeks ago. And then we also have Mercury in Virgo here. So with Mercury in Virgo, it's in an exalted state, communication, community, developing your skills, siblings, cousins, your immediate environment, as well as your day-to-day endeavors. That can all be incorporated into working towards your personal development journey here. Now, with Saturn really dealing with the spiritual energy of Pisces here, we have Mercury in the physical energy of Virgo. We need to bring balance to that axis there. So incorporating any spiritual practices within your day-to-day can definitely be of assistance for you, but also watching out for self-criticism, criticism of others as well will be applicable for your personal development journey too, okay? That's all I'm seeing for the current transits right now. We are doing astrology readings for $15 today. If in the case that you'd like one, all you have to do is send $15 to TRZO LLC. I do accept Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include your birth information like time, date, location, like you see in the example right here. For international birthdays, just be sure to format that month, day, year instead of day, month, year. And then for all people that forget to send their birth information, just send that to my Instagram at TRZO, TRESCZO. But I am giving away a free reading to the first person that can correctly answer the following. Which house, other than the 7th house, can show how one will transform within their relationships with others? So which house, other than the 7th house, shows how one will transform within their relationships with others? We are using derivative astrology to get to this answer. But you can put whatever answer you believe that it is in the comments below. For those that are watching the pre-recorded version, you could just put it in the comments section and see if you get it correctly. But while we wait for your guesses, I am offering private readings as well. So if in the case that you would like a private reading, you can go to the link in my bio under Universal Analysis. I offer astrology, numerology, and tarot as well. So if in the case that you're interested in a private reading, I spend much more time than I do on my live readings. But I usually just go through your chart. We go through the aspects. We laugh, we cry. It's a great time. Okay, so if you're interested in that, you can go to the link in my bio under Universal Analysis. And then I also have astrology books if you guys are interested. So I wrote 2. I have the Beginner's Guide to Life Astrology Edition. It's great for learning the astrology basics. It's also great for learning how to read your own chart. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the link in my bio under Sebastian Publishing. Then I also have the Astrological Tea, Falling Down the Rabbit Hole. I just share my opinion on the true sidereal, tropical versus sidereal in the mainstream draconic. I also have some input about the persona charts as well. That's all in the Astrological Tea, Falling Down the Rabbit Hole. Both are available in the link in my bio under Trevor Sebastian Publishing, okay? So I'm going to put that up here. The free reading is still going to go back there. So let's see here. What house, other than the 7th, can show how one will transform within their relationships with others? So let's see what we have going on so far. We have the 5th house, good guess. 11th house, good guess. 9th and 3rd. Interesting guesses here, but we are using derivative astrology here. So with derivative astrology, we can take whatever the natal house is. So say, for instance, if we're incorporating about like the 7th house and we want to know the transformation, which is the big hint here, transformation. So which house rules transformation? And that can actually give you an indication as to what that house may be. Now, it may not be the house that you're thinking, but it does, you're going to be on the right track there. Yep, so yeah, I see that people are on the right track. You're on the right track. Which house, other than the seventh, can show how others will transform within their relationships with others? The answer may shock you. You guys will be like, what? How did I get here? Let's see, Leo and Aquarius, you got it. You got it. It is the second house. It is the second house. It is the second house. Yes, it is. It is the second house. I think I already have your information, but you can send it again. Or you can just give your reading to somebody else if in the case that you're interested in that too. But it is the second house. Why is it the second house? Let's go to the chart over here and see. So if we're incorporating about the transformation within the seventh house, we're not just looking at Scorpio in the seventh house. This chart just happens to be Scorpio in the seventh. But no, if we're looking at the transformation within a relationship, we want to go 8 places from the seventh house. Why 8 houses from the seventh? The seventh house does talk about relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, okay? But the 8 places from itself will show the transformation of that relationship. What will you have to go through in order for this relationship to be powerful, for you to stand in your power as well? So we're going to count 8 places from the self, starting with the seventh house. So if the seventh house is the first house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 places from that seventh house will be the second house of your worth, your value, establishing a balance between the two, not equating money to your worth and value, as well as material income. It's your self-esteem. It's also self-replenishment, how you get back to yourself as well too. So that can actually show you how you will personally transform with your relationship through others, through your own worth and value, to see is the relationship worth it? Are you considered to be deserving, which everybody's deserving in my opinion, but do you find that this relationship is benefiting you on a specific level? Is it adding value to your life too? So that's how you can see the relationships, or how it will be transformative for other people. All right, but let's see here. So yep, that's where the free readings go into Leo Aquarius, which reminds me, did I start my poll? I did. So right now I do have a poll going on. I just want to know what your rising sign is. You can list it in the comments. You can vote if you have the poll option available. But I want to know, right now we have 100% Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This morning we only, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we didn't have any. But I don't remember who won this morning because it was a shorter live that I had. But I decided to go live at night to see like who's on, just to say hi and just, you know, do readings, just chat out, see who is still here. Let's see, Leo Aquarius, do you want, because I know I've done your chart before, so is there a specific chart that you'd like to do, or is there anybody that you'd like to give your reading to, per se? You let me know. What's the question? Oh, so the question was, it was already answered, but the question was, which house other than the seventh house can show how one will transform within their relationships with others? And that's actually the second house, because it's 8 places from the seventh, using derivative astrology. And so whenever you're trying to look at like, which house is going to say transform, for instance, when we're thinking transformation, we're automatically thinking the 8th house, right? So if we're thinking 8th from the 7th, we want to count 8 spaces from the 7th, but we always want to start with the 7th. Why is it 8 places? Because when we're looking at, say for instance, which house other than the 7th, when we're looking at transformation per se, transformation is the theme of the 8th house. It's also a theme of your healing journey, whatever. So whatever themes pop up from whatever house, for instance, if I want to say what's the emotional well-being of a relationship with other people, I'd look for places from the 10th, because your emotional well-being rules over the 4th house, as well as your foundational self, who you are when you're listening to your intuition, and who you are when you're, or how you're becoming nourishing to other people, perhaps with yourself too. So when each house has its own theme, and you want to pay attention to, for instance, you really want to pay attention to the keywords here, because that'll give you how many spaces away from the house in question we need to go to see how that energy will play out. So for instance, self-identity, independence, taking action after your life's direction, those are first house themes. But you'll never see anybody talk about, you know, how many, like this house is one place from itself, because that house will always be the same house. When you say, what's 2 places, or what's 2 houses away from the 7th house, that would be the 8th house instead of the 9th house, because we would just count 2, not counting the 7th, but you always want to count starting that first house. So if you're inquiring over like, what's 2 houses from the 7th, you always want to start with the 7th house being number 1, and then you go on to the next one. But as I said, the themes play a huge role in derivative astrology. So if you want to learn about worth, value, material possessions, material income, that's all second house themes. Community, communication, developing your skills, that's all all third house themes, emotional well-being, foundational level, learning yourself, listening to your intuition. That's all fourth house themes, expressing yourself, building up your confidence, expressing your most authentic nature. Fifth house, personal development, physical health, work schedule, routines around those themes will also be sixth house. Seventh house, relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. That's going to be the seventh. Eighth house is your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, transformation, intimacy, vulnerability. Ninth house is beliefs, philosophy, finding your life's purpose, taking action towards your life's purpose, as well as learning your own personal truth. 10th house, career, status, legacy, life's work, life's mission. 11th house, friends, groups, networks, organizations, the execution of your future endeavors. 12th house, spiritual journey, developing a connection with the universe, trusting in the unknown, as well as hidden enemies, karmic dealings, debt, loss. Okay, so that is that. So let's see, I did read before. Can you do a solar return chart? Yes, I can. Let me just get that pulled up. I just need your information. I need your information. Can you send it to my Instagram? Because I don't remember your information by heart. 11th house or 8. No, so it's actually the second house, because the 8th house deals with transformation in a general note. But if we're looking at transformation within a relationship, we want to go 8 places from the 7th house, because that's going to show me how the relationship's going to transform for people. Of course, you want to pay attention to if you have any placements in the 8th house or within these houses too, because that will add the flavor to it. But overall, we're using derivative astrology. So you, as I said, you want to pay attention to the themes of each house, and then say, for instance, well, which house is, if I'm looking at the 7th house and how relationships can transform, well, transform is my indicator there, and then from there I will go 8 places. So let's see here. I got an Instagram. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, I got it. All right, got it. Hey. All right, Leo, you're all sent. Or I got your information, or I'm waiting for your information, but I got your Instagram. So I'll leave that there. I'll just leave this right here until I get Leo's information. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's evening going? It's evening, most places I would believe, unless you're in Los Angeles. It's still afternoon. But what time would consider evening to be? Like 5 o'clock, right? For me, I used to consider it like 5:30, 6:30. I'd like to book a reading with you, but I'm confused. Tropical or sidereal, what's the difference? Okay, so tropical astrology is great for psychological analysis, why we make the decisions that we make, helps you to better understand yourself, okay? Whereas sidereal astrology, it's how things will manifest, how events will play out in your life. You can't argue that, because that is the positions at where the planets actually are when you were born. So sidereal astrology shows you the real life manifestations, the real energy behind all that you do. Whereas tropical astrology is kind of like the energy behind your person, your personality, and why you make the decisions to do what you do. So that would be the difference. But I do both. I do both. Okay. All right, let's see here. And I've been seeing 911 all day today. Not that I've been hearing sirens or anything, but I've been seeing it all day today. Ooh. All right. And where will you be for your solar return city? Like this upcoming year, like where will you be for your birthday? Do you have any plans upcoming? Because right now you're actually finishing out a solar return cycle. So I can actually do this for the year of 2024, because this current year is closing out. You've already been through the majority of the, same city? Gotcha. Let's see. Me too, and a lot of butterflies. So strange this period. Ooh, interesting. I may be nosy and see what you're going through right now. All right, let's see here. Regular ascendant is Libra. And then we have your solar return for next year in Leo. Oh, it's going to be an 11th house activation year for you. Going to be a very interesting energy. 11th house activation, usually getting some gains and rewards from the universe. So you've done some work. You put in a lot of action towards whatever it is that you're trying to manifest for yourself. Perhaps maybe your dreams could be coming true as well too. Part of fortune, especially being on that ascendant, yeah, you're definitely going to get some recognition in this upcoming year. Okay, let's see here. So coming into 2024, this is definitely going to be a year about other people, okay? Major focus is going to be on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts as well. You're going through a new moon energy within your solar return chart, which means that new beginnings are bound to happen here, okay? Seventh house energy, you will definitely benefit from having friendships before making any relationships more serious in this upcoming year, okay? First 4 months are definitely going to be most important. So February, March, April, and May going to be most important here because we have a lot of energy in that seventh house going on there. You're going to find emotional fulfillment through relationships, but as I said, this can be very beneficial starting off as a friendship. You definitely may be yearning to understand yourself or be understood within relationships. Just be sure to understand yourself. That can actually help you to attain emotional fulfillment during this year as well too. Power struggles can definitely present in the connection if in the case that you may find yourself in a relationship, but I feel like this is going to be a year where other people are going to be in your sphere, okay? You could definitely learn a lot about yourself in this upcoming year too, but just be sure not to over obsess over the connections coming in, okay? You're going to have a lot of energy and drive to really focus on yourself, to focus on your own personal development journey, but I will say just be sure not to give to other people to your detriment, all right? And not to overwork yourself too much because that can cause illness, sickness, or ailments if not careful, okay? Definitely prioritize your healing journey upcoming. Be sure to not micromanage anything that's outside of your control. Also, be sure to prioritize that healing journey going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment as well too, okay? With Saturn and Pisces, it wants to make your dreams a tangible reality, but it can't do so unless you let go of what no longer serves you. That way you could stand in your power. Your dreams, any visions that you may be having can also be very powerful for you at this time, all right? Also, you listen to your intuition because you could definitely be very intuitive within this next upcoming year, all right? Moving on, we have a North Node in the 9th house there. So this may be a year where a lot of fated events can help you to figure out your life's purpose, help you to figure out a belief system, a philosophy, a way of living, perhaps finding your own truth as well. There could be wounds, perhaps from past belief systems that you may have held, past religions popping up as well. Perhaps maybe you grew up with a religion that you didn't quite resonate with, and now you're trying to seek any truth or trying to seek your own belief system. Whatever that may be for you, there could be wounds that pop up during this time. Be sure to take action towards finding what works for you, okay? But don't be too impulsive because when we're finding our belief system, we could definitely find things that may mess with our psyche. So just be sure not to rush into a specific belief system and then rush out of that because that can leave psychological damage if not careful, okay? But with Jupiter conjunct that MC there. A lot of opportunity to gain recognition, gain attention, gain some sort of success for something that you've done. Because with when Jupiter's in Taurus, and Taurus energy, you've been working on something. Because Taurus energy does not manifest overnight. You know, you've had to be doing something for quite some time, if I may add, because Taurus energy is all about watching paint dry. It's that slow, but usually the things last a long time with Taurus. So whatever you've been working on, you're gonna come into recognition or some attention based off of that thing. Okay, this could happen suddenly for you. I don't know if you've been receiving readings saying that something's about to happen, something's about to change for you. You're definitely about to get recognition or an opportunity that's going to help you to excel within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. That can happen also within the first 4 months too. So definitely pay attention to how you feel. Definitely pay attention to any opportunities that are coming your way. You're definitely going to have to open yourself to receive this as well, all right? But you got a great upcoming year going on for you. That's pretty much all I'm seeing for you. Thank you. So that's pretty much how the readings go, everybody. Let's see what's going on here. I've been traumatized by religion. Oh gosh, what's going on there? What's going on there? Just making sure that everybody can hear. Thanks so much. Of course. Let's see. Does anybody else would like a rating? Otherwise, we'll just be here. We'll have a Q&A. You know, though, I do, like, sometimes I could just sit. Let's see. Oh, you up late today, girl? I know. I was on earlier today, but, like, I started thinking to myself, like, I know a lot of people are at work, and I used to do my lives in the afternoon, so I was like, let me try going on at night to see, like, who's going to be on, you know what I mean? Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. But, yeah, no, like, I decided to come on at night to see, like, who I can run into. But, hey, we're here, right? Maybe. Let's see. Yes, Taurus energy is so slow. I'm seeing it with my Jupiter return. Lucky, lazy lad. Like, I will say here, because I moved to Texas recently, and my relocated ascendant in sidereal is Taurus. And I've noticed, just like waiting for my manifestation to happen, it's like watching paint dry. The first time when I moved here in 2021, I wanted to meet people, and I moved here in July. Didn't end up meeting people till November. So but it was great. It was definitely a good time. I enjoyed myself, but I'm like, just waiting all that time for people to come in, and that's just Taurus energy for you. It never disappoints, but it takes like forever and 5 years for it to like materialize or manifest, Everybody's quiet today. I don't know. This week is just, or at least today has just been an interesting energy. But I'm also learning a lot about TikTok. I'm learning a lot about just like, just learning a lot about life currently too. But let's see here. Do you believe that Saturn in retrograde manifests as bad luck? I don't know, but I have it natally, and Saturn's direct in my chart because it sits in the 10th house. I don't think it's bad luck. Saturn in retrograde is actually one of the better retrograde planets, because usually when you have a retrograde planet, it reverses the role that the planet had originally, and it makes it stronger. So Saturn retrograde, not having to deal with like the external boundaries or obstacles or challenges, that's great. But the balance of that comes in is like my thoughts and like the way when I do things, that internal discipline, very strong. But sometimes I may restrict myself from doing the things that I want to do because of like previous situations or whatever, pops up. So it's like, it's definitely a two-way street. Like it definitely comes with blessings. But for me, my Saturn's also debilitated in my tropical chart. So I don't think that helps with Saturn either, because there are some days where I'm just like, get somebody else to do it. I just want things to come in today, So I wouldn't consider it bad luck. But Saturn retrograde is just, it's an internal discipline. Like you already learned the lesson. You already know, not to do certain things because like, I don't know, it's innate within you. So you do spend a lot of time in isolation, and it does keep you protected in a way, for me at least, but I wouldn't consider it bad in luck. It's just Saturn is just like Saturn retrograde. It's an inner knowing that if you don't listen to it, that's when it starts affecting you on the external. Let's see here. I have a transit Jupiter trine my Jupiter today. It's going, oh, what happened? Oh yeah, I have a transit Jupiter trine my Jupiter today. It's going well. I have a Cancer Saturn retrograde natal. Oh, sorry, sending thoughts and prayers. Oh God. Saturn and Cancer, not the worst placement, but I would not wish that on my worst enemy. No. But Jupiter trine Jupiter, does it bring an event? Well, what house is your Jupiter in natally, and where is it trining? Like which house is it trining from? Let's see here. I have Saturn retrograde in the money house. Is it the 6th house? Or is it no. Well, the 6th house could be a money house in a sense. Do I consider it to be? Nah. I consider the 2nd, the 5th, the 8th, or the 11th. Is it in the 2nd house? Is it in the 2nd house? Is it in the 5th? Also, just like people are listening, if you have any questions based off of astrology, feel free to ask them, because that's what we're here for. We're here to learn and excel and grow and all the A words. Let's see here. It's trining from 7 to 11 natal. Oh, wow. There could be opportunities coming in for you. Could be relationship oriented too. Perhaps you're learning something new from other people, or other people could be helping you to manifest your dreams at this time too. Or 7th house transit. Yeah, other people could definitely be helping you to manifest any goals during this time, or perhaps you could be manifesting some new friends during this time too. But Jupiter in 11th is a very lucky placement to have natally. It's in the 2nd. I said what I said. Look, I said what I said. I grew up poor, unfortunately. And see, Saturn in the 2nd house usually has two manifestations. Rather, you grow up in a wealthy family that had a family business and the money's been there for generations, or you grow up dirt poor. There's no middle. There's no middle with Saturn in the 2nd. But you know what? I'll tell you this. Everybody gets tested. Their patience will get tested. I'll tell you that. Jupiter and Saturn sit in the same house, 12th house, using whole sign with the Placidus. Jupiter is in the 11th. Interesting, yes. I am, plus my mom is helping me with getting a new job, which is starting on the 9th. Oh, congratulations. Keep us updated. How can I learn from 9th house Leo South Node? Oh, I can actually answer this because I have a 9th house South Node. When it's in Leo, for starters, you have to become confident within your beliefs. You have to become confident within the philosophy that is guiding you on this journey. Whatever your life purpose is, the thing about Leo and Aquarius is they innately know their birthright. They innately know why it is that they are here. With Leo, it's a more external expression. So you're meant to put it out there, shine your light, get yourself out there, and really express what it is that you believe in. You're meant to share your story. Okay, you're definitely meant to express your experience as to what happened there. When the South Node is there, these are gifts that are innately within you, okay? You definitely have a lot of wisdom and experience, but you're now meant to speak on it. You're meant to share your thoughts with other people with that North Node, it being in Aquarius in that third house there. Now, I will say, you may find that your opinions, your thoughts about certain things are quite progressive, so people may not catch on to it quite easily or in the moment. It may take days, weeks, months, or years for the message to hit and resonate, but with your ideas and with your spirituality, your own personal spirituality is quite innovative, unconventional, something that is not the everyday or I wouldn't say natural, but it's not something that is traditional spirituality, if you know what I mean, right? But it's just becoming confident with your own personal beliefs, but not so much within the beliefs of, creating the organization around it, but just your own personal beliefs and then expressing your opinions, your thoughts, any information that has helped you on your journey to other people, and you'll find that you'll attract your own personal niche with that too. Ooh, I got a job with her. It's a theme. Interesting. You want fun? Scorpio South Node, first house. Sending thoughts and prayers. Immediate no. Leaving the room. Grabbing my bag like Viola Davis and walking out. Never to return. Not looking back. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. But Scorpio South Node in the first house is a very powerful energy, I'll tell you that. But I will say, because of the lot of transformation that you've gone through, it may be hard for you to trust in relationships. It may be hard for you to understand your own personal worth and value, because other people see it, but it's really up for you to see it within yourself, okay? Also, don't obsess over relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection with that North Node and Taurus. We see you. I see you. You rely more on whole sign or Placidus. My South Node is in Aqua 9th house and my North Node is in Leo. Oh, that's what I have in my sidereal chart. I recommend whole sign. I could do both whole sign and Placidus. Placidus just helps me to see how the person is internalizing that energy. But with whole sign, it just shows me how the planets are going to manifest. It shows me the cream of the crop. So I personally use whole sign, but I can read both. I love that. Thank you. Of course. Look, I said what I said. Like, miss me with a South Node in the first house and Scorpio out of all the signs. I'd rather die. Death. Yeah, I get it. Scorpio South Node first isn't easy. But no, it does make you a powerful individual, but I'm like, growing up must have been hell. Because it's like, you just being yourself and you just wanting to just people had an issue with that and they projected, and I'm not taking that. That's slander. That's what that is. And then on top of it, it's like, unless you knew, because there are some people that like had their spiritual journey like when they were children. So unless you knew, we love a boy who don't gatekeep information. Thank you. Of course. Thank you for the roses. Because it's not my information to gatekeep. Huh? This information started years before I even got to this earth. It will be here years after I leave it. So I'm sitting here gatekeeping it, keeping it a secret. We're not Scorpio. Well, I am a Scorpio. I'm not going to lie. I do have Jupiter in the 8th house. But it's not my information to gatekeep. Yeah, people are sitting here trying to get thousands of dollars for gatekeeping information that you can find on Google for free. What placement you don't fuck with at all, or a sign you had a bad experience with. Picture this, the year's 2016, I'm dating a Gemini. That's it. Story ending right there. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Well, actually, no. Okay, so I will say that the Gemini energy has gotten better, because now I'm finding myself attracting more Gemini energy in my life, Gemini and Capricorn energy, because it sits in my 7th house and my 12th house. Usually when you attract 12th house energy, you're attracting pure energy, but if you find that you're not resonating with the energy, that person is not so much a hidden enemy, but that person is more so a person that's showing you your unconscious qualities. They are the person that embodies the unconscious qualities that you don't see within yourself. They are embodying it. So if you find it annoying and you find that this person's annoying and you can't get rid of them, they are showing you your unconscious self. That is the one major hard lesson I've had to learn when dating that Gemini. Will I ever date a Gemini? I don't know. I just don't know, But you know what I have? Faith. And you know what I also have? Pep. That's right. You got to have pep in your step. All right. Can I just say that you are by far my favorite astrologer? Oh, well, thank you kindly. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I do find Libras annoying. Well, wait a second. You know, well, I'm not a Libra. I'm a Libra sun in sidereal, but I'm like, that sucks for the Libra in tropical, you know, but like Libra, I like Libra energy. My father was a Libra. I have a moon in Libra, but there's some Libras I can get along with. Like my roommate's a Libra. I get along with him quite well. Then there are other Libras where I'm like, are you okay? Are you well? But I don't have an issue with Libras all that well. I would say Gemini was the only early on that I had issues with. Is that the sun? Oh, the sun is setting, everybody. We just got to take a quick look over there. I don't know if you could see it through the bright, but I just had to take a look at that nice sun. All right. My stepfather is a Libra. You know, I'm trying to think what other Libras do I know? Because like I have a lot of friends with Libra energy. Like I have one friend who's a Libra rising. I said my roommate's a Libra sun. I'm a Libra moon. My mom's a Libra Mercury, I think. She has something in Libra. My father was a Libra sun. My older brother, he had Mercury in Libra and other placements in Libra too. We just have a lot of Libra energy. I'm sorry. Love it. I think it's dark in New York. Oh, no, it's already dark in New York. See, you know, if I were in New York, it would be pitch black. The sun would be dead gone. It probably was cloudy all day today. You know, I used to live in New York, but not anymore. Never seen you on live. Elisa, hi! I'm usually on live in the mornings, but today I wanted to come on and see, like, who's just on. Because usually in the morning, I don't really get as many people anymore. Maybe it's just because I've been on a consistent schedule. But I don't know. I feel like the nighttime is better. But we're doing okay. We're just having a conversation, having a Q&A. You know, I find Leos and Capricorns annoying. Oopty. But I can give Capricorns their flowers for being hardworking. Yet they do know how to get the dollar. They do know how to get the coin. You know, I like Capricorn energy. I might be an unpopular opinion here. I don't mind them. Cancer is my rising. So, like, I tend to get along well with Capricorn energy. But if you got Saturn in Capricorn, I'm going to need you to, you know, get out there, because I just can't do that. The Saturn in Capricorn, no. I'm a little triggered. Do I have Saturn in Capricorn? Absolutely not. No. I can't do Libra's confrontational Ember. Since when is Libra confrontational? Well, when they step into the Diet Aries energy, maybe. You know, when they stop the people-pleasing, that's when they get confrontational. But I've never seen a Libra be confrontational, ever. No, I haven't seen it yet. A lot of family shares the same astro placements. That's true, because you know what? Also, my mom's a Gemini ascendant. My twin is a Gemini ascendant. I'm a Gemini ascendant in sidereal astrology. And I think that's it with the Gemini in my family. Scorpios, all the men on my father's side of the family. I wish I was kidding when I say this. We all have Scorpio placements. My grandfather was a Scorpio sun. He was a November Scorpio, so he was messy. I said what I said. My father was a Scorpio rising. My oldest brother, my half brother, he's a Scorpio rising. And I think that's all he has with Scorpio. But just like my father. Then my older biological brother, my twin, and I were all Scorpio suns. My mom had a Venus in Scorpio. I think the dog even had Scorpio placements at this point. I said what I said. You know, so we were a very Scorpio dominant household, yes. Capricorn energy, no. Libra, yes. Aries, no, thank God, because I'm like, that's not Mars on top of Mars. Taurus, we didn't have, but in our sidereal charts, we're all Taurus energy, except for my older brother. He has, I think, an Aries sun. Let's see. It was actually sunny today for once. What? After all that rain that y'all got, how are you doing with the floods? Did you get affected by the floods? Are you in the city? I actually enjoy Capricorn sun. They are fun to poke at. Yeah, no, I like me a Capricorn sun. Like, I like me the Capricorn energy. I think they're good people to get along with. Good friends. You know, I feel like they're alone for a long time, though, because they forget what it's like to be in union with people. I said what I said. You know, when you're very close to Libras, it comes out. Because you know what they do tend to switch up around people. I said what I said. All right, let's see here. I'm not messy. Hey, I'm a November Scorpio. Now, see, okay, the only reason why I say this is because I'm on October Scorpio, so we're not as messy. I love Scorpio energy, but it is messy. It's a messy energy. But November Scorpios, no. Because then the only reason why I say it also is because you're starting to get into the different deacons. The Pisces deacon of Scorpio, it's cute, you know, it's nice, but there's that other side of it. Then the Cancer Scorpio, I actually like the Cancer Scorpio deacon, not the worst deacon there. But Pisces Scorpio, Nar. Yeah, there's a lot of hidden things there. I said what I said. And now we're on my big three. Scorpio sun, Aries moon, Scorpio rising. How does that Aries moon work for you? How do you find your Aries moon manifest for you? My dad and boy cousins all have Capricorn rising. Me and my sisters all have Taurus risings. A lot of earth going on there. Let's see here. Just north of the city. Oh, Westchester? But my backyard definitely flooded. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Hopefully everybody's safe. Taurus rising here. We love the Taurus risings. Speaking about risings, let's see what the poll says right now. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, 1667. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, nada. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Just like this morning, they were winning. And nothing for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Am I alone? Wow. Thoughts on Cancer, Suns, and Taurus moons? Oh, they get along great. Two peas in a pod. Oh my God. Cancer and Taurus are like the two signs. They're like your Sagittarius and Aquarius. They are like two peas in a pod that go everywhere together. They're like your two schoolgirls who laugh, you know. But Taurus and Cancer, they'd be behind the scenes laughing, and then Aquarius and Sagittarius will be in your face like, ah, ah, and then you'll be the third wheel like, what are you talking about, you know? But Cancer, Suns, Taurus moons get along like butter, because Cancer's exalted in Taurus. Taurus likes Cancer for the homeness and the stability, you know, so they get along good. And Taurus likes to be comfortable too. Let's see here, Aries moon here too. Let's see, my family's full of aqua sun. I mean, it's crazy. Hey, let's see, thoughts on, I already answered that. My Aries moon dealing with the Scorpio works very well. More passionate, pretty calm, but don't mess with my people. Right. What is your position on Juno asteroid? Do you use it? I used to do Juno readings. I just don't implement it into my current analyses now. Well, with other asteroids too, I don't. You know, I'm just getting around to incorporating Lilith, because my thing is this: I can say like what I need to say and see what I need to see through the regular planets alone. When I start adding all these other things into it, the reading will last for until Christmas. You know, but with Juno, it's the type of person or the type of relationship that you need in your life, juxtaposed the type of relationship that you would want. You know, I just don't utilize it because it's conjunct my North Node and Lilith and my IC. So I'm like, I don't know, but I do need somebody. I'm not gonna lie, like I do need a relationship where I feel comfortable with them, but like with it conjuncting Lilith too, I'm like, you know, that's dark feminine energy. I'm not mad about dark feminine energy. I embrace it, but I'm like, you know, I'll just say that. I'm a second deacon Scorpio sun, but third deacon Scorpio rising Mercury. Oh, no. I'm see, and maybe I'm biased, but the closer you get to Sagittarius, the more intense that transformation is. I said what I said, you know, because here's the thing. I look at it from a lens of like sidereal astrology too. Like if you're in the early degrees of Scorpio, you're most likely going to be a Libra in sidereal. So your transformation is you're going to feel like you're going through a personal transformation. However, it's just preparing you for either in a relationship, the realities of a relationship, or it's preparing you to become a business person. The later you get into Scorpio, the more intense that transformation is going to be, is because in sidereal, you know, the late degree Scorpio is still Scorpio, you know, so you're going to go through that transformation, you're going to feel it, and it's going to affect other people around you. Whereas if you're a tropical Scorpio, it may still have an impact on other people, but it's still going to have those Libra effects too. If that makes sense. Hopefully I made sense saying that. Let's see here. My big three is Cancer Sun, Taurus Moon, Gemini Rising. That's a good mix because they all sit right there. You know, come on, second house Sun, but the 12th house Moon, sending thoughts and prayers. My condolences. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. As a Scorpio, what are your thoughts when you find out that someone close to you has been lying to you? I walk away. See, here's the thing. If somebody betrayed me and they're very close to me, I will always give you the time to explain, you know, to speak up for yourself. But if I know something and you know something, if we both know something and you're not speaking on it, and I will just start to distance myself naturally, you know, because I just don't have time for the games. If you're not going to be honest and upfront, I gotta go. And then if they ask, you know, what's wrong, I will definitely write out the detailed paragraph letting you know, but I don't know. As a Scorpio, I'm very firm on the belief of like, you don't get the same me twice. So like if it's something that can be fixed, of course we can fix it. But if you betrayed me in a way that like now you walk funny, now you act different, and now I can't unsee that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and put myself through hell just to keep the relationship going. No, absolutely not. I gotta write the detailed paragraph and I gotta be Viola Davis, grab my bag, I'm on my way. You know what I mean? But I will say this, you know, if somebody's lying to me, I typically catch on to that energy quite quickly because you can only keep that a secret for so long because people tend to tell on themselves too. That's what I noticed. I also have Jupiter in the 8th, so I'm like, I'm not easy to fool. You know, I can sense it, you know, but I'm like, if they were open to tell me, then I'm like, I can't do it. You told me, you were honest with me. I'm going to be mad, kind of, but like at least you had the decency to tell me. But if I have to find out, no, I gotta go. What are my thoughts on numerology? Well, I do numerology readings. I actually incorporate it with astrology because every number correlates with a planet. Like 1 is the sun, 2 is the moon, 3 is Jupiter, 4th is Uranus, north node traditionally ruled by Saturn, 5 is Mercury, 6 is Venus, 7th is Jupiter traditionally, but now it's ruled by Neptune and the south node, 8 is Saturn, 9 is Mars. And then once you get to the master numbers, it's like 11 is the double moon energy, or no, sorry, double sun energy, but it's also the moon for the sub energy. Then 22 is double moon energy ruled by Uranus in the north node for the sub energy. Then 33 is Jupiter, double Jupiter energy ruled by Venus for the sub energy. I like numerology because it teaches you a lot more about the synchronicities, what energies are really calling out to you, how that may be affecting what area in your life. So I do feel like it helps me with that. Do I like every single synchronicity that I look for? I don't add up the numbers or anything like that. I just say thank you, you know, but numerology to me has been more about the synchronicities, but it has also been more about learning where I am in my own personal journey. Like right now, I think I'm entering a personal year 2 next year. Last time I was in a personal year 2, that was the start of my reckless era. So I'm like, oh God, I don't know. But I find that numerology just helps me to see where I am in the cycle. And it does resonate too. But I also would recommend looking at that from a sidereal perspective as well too. Also, I like that it's less confusing than astrology. Oh, yes, that. No, I'm Libra sidereal. Oh, so then you made the cut. You made the cut. You're not the regular Scorpio, the November Scorpios that I'm talking about. I should stop. I'm slandering the Scorpios. Wait, so are you a Scorpio sun or Cancer sun? I'm a Scorpio sun, Cancer rising. I'm a Cancer rising. My Cancer Saturn retrogrades in the 9th house. Didn't you say that before? No, you just said that your Cancer Saturn was in retrograde. But it's in the 9th house, which means, actually it's good fortune. May come with a delay, but it's still good fortune. Just tap into the opposite energy. Tapping into your 3rd house strengthens your Saturn. I said what I said. I've been getting into it, plus Chinese zodiac. Oh, I've been getting into the Chinese zodiac as well. Have you guys ever heard of feng shui astrology? Now, feng shui astrology, my friend and I, we're still learning about it, but it like bases it off of the 5 elements, Chinese astrology, and then it also uses like the different directions for feng shui. So I know like my north direction is good for health, south is success, I believe, and then they have the other ones I didn't pay attention to. But there's also feng shui astrology too. Do you believe in vengeful, stereotypical traits of the Scorpio? No, no. For me, Scorpio, I have a lot of Scorpio influence on my chart. Like not only is my Scorpio, my sun is in Scorpio, my Chiron's in Scorpio, like my sun and my Chiron are conjunct. I also have Mercury in Scorpio, and then I have Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune in the 8th house. So with that, with all that, and then in sidereal, I have Mars in Scorpio too. So with all of that, I know that if I were to ever think about getting revenge, my chart would humble me so quickly. You know, I'm not saying that I wasn't ever vengeful because there were times where I was. Let's be real. You know, I had to grow. But, like, I immediately got karma. You know, so for me, I do believe that there are vengeful Scorpios out there that will take the action to get some revenge on you either way. For me, I'm not doing that because I know I'm walking myself down some instant karma, and it's usually in front of the live studio audience, and I'm just not doing that. But yes, I do believe about the vengeful stereotypical traits because I've come across Scorpios who have tried to do that. You know, let's see, Capricorn 8th house, and I understand why all of my relationships are so secretive and weird. Interesting to, are they control, like, is there any like control issues in the in relationships per se with Capricorn in the 8th house? Just asking. All I know is my life number is 5, and I'm about to be an 8th house year. Oh, sending thought. Wait, 8th house perfection year or a personal year 8? You know? Because personal year 8s, I love personal year 8s for me. You know, like personal year 8s are really great. I get a lot of work done. It's a very busy time. I'm very productive. But life path number 5, just be prepared. expect the unexpected. Preparation meeting opportunity is the true definition of luck with the life path number 5. It's because your life is all about change. It's all about adaptation. It's all about versatility, you know? So when you prepare based off of the past, you're actually setting yourself up for success, to be lucky, or to be in the right place at the right time, per se. How can a Cancer embrace their double Jupiter in Sagittarius? I'm a life path 33. Well, are you a Cancer rising? No, you're a Cancer sun. Where is your rising? Because that will show me what area of life that you really should focus on, especially since your life path is expressing itself through that Jupiter in Sag energy. Only thing I will say with Jupiter in Sagittarius is that you need to know your audience, because not everybody wants that preachy, teachy, lecture Larry energy that Jupiter in Sagittarius can fall into if not careful, but know your audience. You are meant to share your experience, share the stories that you've gone through, you know, share all that, but sometimes people may not ask for that information and you just may ramble on, so just watch out for that. But other than that, tapping into your wisdom, tapping into your beliefs, tapping into the experience that you've already had, but tapping into how you can make your life better and how you can create your life for yourself. That is basically going to be the 33 energy, because you're meant to lead by example with the life path number 33, because you're the master teacher. So the things that you say, the wisdom that you're sharing with other people, you have to be the example and match that, and, you know, kind of be like walk in your talk. I'll say this, my thoughts give karma. Stop, wait, that's too real and too relatable, because I'm like saying with all that Scorpio energy, I'm like, I feel as though like my thoughts, I'll think one thing and immediately just instant karma. So I'm like, nah. Chinese astrology is interesting. I'm a life path 11. Ooh, same here. I'm ox though. I'm not a horse. I'm an ox. Life path number 2. We love the life path number 2 here. OMG, my sister is a Scorpio moon in the 7th house, so revengeful. Yeah, no, vengeance, revenge, that's more Scorpio at its lower trait. They haven't gone through their transformation yet. Or they could be at the beginning stages of it. Oops, 717. I've been seeing 717 and 818 and all these things ever since my roommate pointed it out. But yeah, now at the perfection years. 8th house perfection year. Oh, sending thoughts and prayers now. You know, because 8th house perfection years. It depends on what sign is in the 8th house and what planets are there too. But like, I wouldn't want to go through that recreationally. I just, you know, hide under sand for a year. Let's see here. My rising is in Gemini. Oh, nice. We're both Sag, Sun, and Cancer Moon. Yay. 8th house Gemini, no placements. It could be a tricky energy, but it's going to be a transforming energy depending on wherever Mercury is in your chart. For the most part, 8th house years usually ask you to prioritize your healing journey. It could bring you into a union with somebody, somebody that has a deep connection with you, somebody that you could be intimate and vulnerable with. But for the most part, during this year, you could go through a transformation that is going to give you some type of knowledge or information that you're meant to share with other people. Just watch out for spreading misinformation or gossip, especially gossip, because that could be quite transformative. That could be the thing that can initiate your transformation if not careful. Mercury's in the 1st. Okay, so with Mercury in the 1st, oh, you know, this is going to be definitely a transformative year for you. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. It's going to be a fun year. No placements in the 8th house. It's not much of a priority, but it's just going to be a year where you're going to prioritize your healing journey. Things may come up from below the surface, so just take a look at them. Don't react logically to what's coming up. You definitely just want to look at the perspective from an emotional and logical. That's what's going to make you heal, or help you to heal too. Any advice for a Cancer Sun, Taurus Moon, Gemini rising, life path 33, and a wood pig? It is a lot. The only thing I would say, with first and foremost, you do find emotional fulfillment for your spiritual journey. So establishing a connection, deepening the connection with the universe that already exists, trusting the unknown is going to lead you towards emotional fulfillment. Definitely find a balance between giving and receiving. You definitely will feel tested from the universe from time to time. So ask yourself when enough is enough. With the 2nd house, with your sun being in the 2nd house, a major focus is going to be on establishing that worth and value, but also bringing in money for yourself. But you definitely desire money in terms of comforts instead of just the materialistic aspects, but don't make your whole authentic expression about comfort and just being stable or secure. You know, just don't make it about money, because it's naturally going to follow you. But with the moon ruling your 2nd house, money will definitely come and go because it goes through cycles, okay? So just don't overwork yourself for the sake of money. Just know what cycle you're in for it. That's pretty much it. Gemini rising, depending on if there are any placements on the 1st house cusp, just be sure that you are you know, developing your interests, doing multiple things, because Gemini does things in multiple. Life path 33, just walk by example. You know, if you believe in a certain philosophy, just lead by example, step into that energy, be the person who's doing that, be about it, instead of just saying it and then no one's taking action based off of it. All right. What is number 5 ruled by? Number 5 is ruled by Mercury. Mercury. Let's see. I'm about to finish my 8th house perfection year. I'm Taurus, and 2 deaths and a lot of inheritance. Oh, wow. In the family. Oh, wow. My 8th house perfection year, I don't remember. Let's see here. My 8th house perfection year, because right now I'm about to go into a 3rd. So, 2nd, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So that was 7 years ago. 7 years. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I was in the midst of my reckless era. Okay, so, yeah, no. I think that was when it all began. So, okay, then. 8th house perfection year. It's just, you're going to go through a transformation, to say the most. You're going to go through a transformation. Let's see. Thank you. Of course, astrology is not accurate, they say. Child, I just leave that alone. When they say astrology is not accurate, I leave it alone. I don't even try to convince people. LOL, ruled by Mercury, and my Mercury's in the 1st house, Scorpio. Oh, my father had that same placement too. He did. All right, I think I'm going to go for the night. This has been fun, catching up with everybody, just chatting. I will be back Wednesday if you guys want readings, or I'll just do the Q&A, depending on how I feel. But until next time, I fare thee well. Have a great night. Remember to book a private reading if you guys want one. The link is in the bio, as well as my astrology books as well, too. But have a great night. I'll see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.